Apple is finally jumping on the AI bandwagon with a brand new iPad Pro with a new chip for artificial intelligence. Now, will its ambitious latest model allow the tech giant to catch up in the global AI race? We're joined by Professor Hee-dong this morning. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Apple is definitely now considered a frontrunner in the AI race compared to other global competitors that have actively showcased their own AI models. Why such a late entry to the AI competition?
Well, we can think about the five major reasons for the very belated effort of the Apple regarding the AI. The first one is Apple, in terms of their sales breakdown, Apple is just a hardware company. As of last year, 70% of their revenue came from the sales of the hardware devices, such as iPhone, Mac computer, and a tablet. I mean, among them, 60% of the sales came from iPhone, the single item, and 20% came from services. So that means Apple may not feel any need to diversify their revenue sources into other areas, such as the AI. And second reason is they invest a lot for autonomous vehicle, even though they end up with the giving up on that project. That made a very critical impact for their R&D effort for the past 5 or 6 years. Number three, their ecosystem is very, very exclusive. That means they may be let of very diversified data set that may train their AI engines. And number four, EU has declared the DMA, Digital Markets Act, that targets at platform companies on the name of gatekeepers to reduce their monopolistic power in the EU markets. And they picked up Apple, and they charged about over, about $2 billion for their monopolistic abuse of power of the App Store, particularly for the music streaming services. And number five, their market share in China has been declined, particularly within this year. At the moment, their ranking of iPhone in Chinese market is ranked number 4 after Vivo, Huawei, and Honor. So for all these reasons, they needed to accelerate their effort only for the iPhone and also hardware, because those hardware devices have taken up over 70% of the overall market, the revenue sources.
So it did have its good reasons on the late entry. Now, Professor Yang, let's talk about the new iPad Pro. It's a revamped with this M4 chip. Wasn't the last chip M2 though?
Well, the M2 was released about a couple years ago, but now M4 is made of a 3-nanometer process. And their speed is very fascinating because the M4 chip can operate the one instruction of the computer chips over 38 trillion times per second. And this speed is about 1.5 times faster than the earlier version of M2. And even this chip is even faster than the M3 that they released last October for the notebook computer MacBook. And this is not all the story about M4, because M4 is major infrastructure where all the advanced AI services and application programs can run. For example, then in the last May 7th, the event of Get Loose, they also announced about the Apple Pencil Pro that you can use like a pencil, right, to write on the screen of the iPad. And also they released a new service called Logic Pro that may help edit the songs for the musicians. They also released another service called Final Cut Pro for the movie makers. And also they announced that they will make a new LLM service running on all this iPad and on iPhone devices. They will release a new iPhone 16 later this year on top of the platform iOS 18. And there's a very strong suspicion that this iOS 18 will run on top of the AI chips. So even though the Apple has been very lazy on the AI effort for the past couple of years, but now they are speeding up the effort with a huge investment on AI, because they believe that this is the future direction for the future progress.
Well, Professor Yang, what's interesting is that the launch of the new model did little to move Apple's stock on Wednesday. And the question is, will the upgraded iPad Pro be a hit and take over the global tablet market? What do you think?
Well, the many professionals have very positive expectations for the sales of iPad because for the past 5 quarters, and the sales of iPad have been declined. But due to this very, streamlined and very strong equipment of the AI facilities, and many people believe that the functions and capabilities of iPad will improve significantly. Well, when it comes to the stock prices, I mean, the many people suspect the impact of iPro because immediately after the announcement, the stock prices increased very marginally. But stock price is a reflection of the future expectations. So for the past 3 weeks, the stock price of Apple has increased by 10%, even though the current price stays at the level of the early this year. But when it comes to the stock price movement for the past 3 weeks, I mean, this movement is not that bad. Of course, we are aware of a very negative aspect for the future stock prices because the problems lie in China and AI, as I already mentioned. But there are lots of very positive aspects for their future price increase. The first one is, they gave up their very too much investment on autonomous vehicles and switch all those efforts onto AI. And lots of Apple users are still stuck to the old models. All the models will be replaced with the new model released to be this late year with the iPhone 16 and the Magnificent 7, which are very big tech companies in the United States, such as NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, etc. All of them invest a lot on AI, and Apple will follow suit with the stock price of those same companies.
All right, Professor Yang, thank you so much for your analysis this morning. We appreciate it, and you have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good day.